Hello, this is me, your host Manur Gohar, and you're watching Pak News English. North Korea has fired a suspected missile over Japan in what appears to be a deliberate escalation to get the attention of Tokyo and Washington. The ballistic missile traveled about 4,500 kilometers before falling into a Pacific Ocean, far enough to hit the US island of Guam if it took another trajectory. It is the first North Korean missile launch over Japan since 2017. The launch saw Japan issue a rare alert to some citizens to take cover. The UN prohibits North Korea from testing ballistic and nuclear weapons, flying missiles towards or over other countries without any pre-warning or consultation also contravenes international norms. Most countries avoid doing it completely as it can easily be mistaken for an attack. While it is not as big as a nuclear test, which could be next, it can be considered hugely provocative. People in the north of Japan, including Hokkaido Island and Aomori City, reportedly woke up on the noise of sirens and text alerts. As the missile flew overhead, they were warned to look out for falling debris. Many appeared to remain calm according to reports, with one video showing Tokyo commuters walking calmly as loudspeakers played out warnings. Officials later said that the intermediate-range ballistic missile fell into the Pacific Ocean far from Japan, and there were no reported injuries. It had covered the longest distance ever traveled by a North Korean missile and reached a height of around 1,000 kilometers higher than the International Space Station. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida described the launch as violent behavior. The U.S. National Security Council spokesperson Adrienne Watson called it a dangerous and reckless decision that was destabilizing to the region. The launch comes as Japan, the US, and South Korea have been working together to strengthen their defenses in response to the growing threat posed by the North. It is expected that North Korea would wait till after China, its main ally, holds its Communist Party Congress later this month. But some experts are now asking if it could come sooner than expected. They believe Tuesday's launch shows that North Korea is preparing the ground for a nuclear test. The missile launch is the fifth carried out by the Pyongyang in a week. On Saturday, 2 rockets came down in waters outside Japan's exclusive economic zone. Many of North Korea's missile tests are conducted on a high-lofted flight path reaching a high altitude, avoiding flights over its neighbors. But firing over a pass, Japan allows North Korean scientists to test missiles under circumstances that are more representative of the conditions that endure in real-world use, analyst Ankit Panda told news agency Reuters. These actions have contributed to enduring tensions between North Korea and Japan, rooted in Japan's previous colonization of Korea from 1910 to 1945 and the North's abduction of Japanese citizens in the past. Earlier this month, North Korea passed a law declaring itself a nuclear weapons state, with leader Kim Jong-un ruling out the possibility of talks on denuclearization. Pyongyang conducted 6 nuclear tests between 2006 and 2017, incurring widespread sanctions. The East Asian states regularly defies the ban on nuclear and missiles tests, saying it needs to bolster its defenses. That's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another perspective with some new updates. Until then, stay tuned.